Are you thinking about buying your first home, but you don't know where to begin? Well, I got you. My name is Eric Pashorka, and I am the Real Estate Shark. Today, we are going to go over a few things to look for while touring homes or going on showings. I'm going to give you 3 things to look out for, and if I'm feeling good at the end, I might give you a bonus tip. First thing you want to take a look at is the layout and the flow of the property. Depending on the age of the home, that stuff may vary. Older homes typically have smaller room sizes, whereas newer homes have increased bedroom sizes, increased rooms, and may have an open layout, whereas the older homes may be a little bit more sectioned off. The more you tour properties, the more you'll get to know what style that you prefer. Now, you don't want to get distracted by paint colors and staging, things like that. You want to look at how does the flow feel, how does the layout work, and does it work for your needs? At the end of the day, with money and time, you can always change the layout, such as moving walls down, bolting the ceilings. However, most buyers, when they're first purchasing a home, don't have the capital to do that or don't want to do that. So you want to initially buy the home that fits your needs. Now, the next one ties into some of that, and it's, to me, a really big factor. You want to look for signs of maintenance or lack thereof. A lot of buyers, when they're touring homes, especially if it's their first home, look at what I call the HGTV effect. They look for the paint colors, the granite, the tile, all the pretty factors. That can all be changed, again, with time and money. What you want to look for is, has the home been maintained and taken care of? What's the condition of the roof, the windows, the HVAC, that's your furnace and AC, the foundation, the bigger items. You want to see, has this home been taken care of? If they're showing you signs of wear and tear or not paying attention to detail, you don't know what is behind the walls or things that you cannot see while on the showing. If the home has been generally taken care of and maintained and you can see the love in it, typically, as a buyer, I would much rather see these bigger, boring items be taken care of and let me do the updating, such as the granite, the paint, things of that nature. And tip number 3 that some people forget about is there enough storage space? You want to take a look at the closets, the cabinets. Are there enough? What is the garage like? Is there an attic or a basement? Obviously, with more space comes more stuff. However, you want to make sure that you have enough space for your everyday needs as well as any type of seasonal storage needs. Is there room to add a shed, or is there a shed already? Can you add more cabinets or add a closet organizer? Those are some things that space-wise you cannot add later on unless you're doing an addition to the property. So you want to make sure that the flow and the mechanicals are there, but you also want to make sure there's enough storage space for you. Now, I am feeling pretty nice, so I'm going to give you a bonus 4th tip. This one's a little bit less tangible, and unfortunately, it may not click until you finally experience it. However, the last thing and the last tip for today is, do you have an emotional connection to the property? Now, everything that I tell you can sound great in theory. However, until you walk into a property, you may not have that sense of, I am home. So that is the last tip. Do not rush the process. You will know when you walk in that this is the home for you, or this is the home that makes sense. So there is that emotional connection that only you will understand. Thank you again for checking this out. I am Eric Pashorka, the Real Estate Shark. I'm here for any of your buying or selling needs. I do have a buyer's guide that I would love to get over to you that kind of walks you through the beginning to the end of the process. This is just a few tips while searching. If there's anything that I can help you out with, please leave a comment or send me a message. I'll talk to you soon. And also, if you'd like to like and subscribe to the channel, I will continue to put out some good educational videos. You'll get some property tours. So please follow along. I'll catch you in the next one.